Yo, what's up, guys? It's Zealous. So, I was at work today and I had something on my mind that I think quite a few of us has probably wondered so far. What would the new MetaZoo cards look like if they had the red border? Would it look better? Would it look worse? I did my best to Photoshop some images real quick, and this is what I came up with. Let's check it out. All right, guys, let's start out with some of the first cards that they showed us, the Aura cards. Technically, I guess the Monkey King was the first card that they showed us, but it didn't really have a border, so I couldn't do anything with that. But yeah, these Aura cards. I kind of like this artwork for the Air Aura, but I'm really curious why they made the Aura color brown instead of white. I keep thinking it's Earth. In my opinion, as far as the Aura cards go, they look good either way, either with the red border or the black border, but that's just my opinion. If I had to pick one aura to be my favorite, I gotta say Kelsey absolutely killed this fire aura. It looks sick. And something I'd like to mention is I love how they had Kelsey do all of the aura cards. They all definitely kind of had the same feel to the art style, and you could tell that all of these cards are from the same card game. After they showed us the aura cards, they showed us this tarot card, Bridgewater Triangle. And guys, I don't know if it's just me, but going from the aura art style to the Terra art style, the Bridgewater Triangle, it's messing with me. I respect the fact that they're trying to do multiple art styles, but I was really hoping that they would more so try to categorize it in sets, you know? Maybe do a couple art styles in the first set and then a couple other art styles in a second set. I'm honestly so curious if the art style transition messed with anybody as much as it did me. And I tried my best to edit this card to make it a red border, but obviously you could see the left side didn't want to work too well. And after they showed us the tarot card, they showed us this power up orange. And in my opinion, it's pretty true to the original Mothman. Just a lot more refined, a lot more clean. Lily did a really good job on this card. I'm curious if this is going to be hollow or not. Whenever Charlie said he was wanting to bring us a new MetaZoo that was a lot more refined, this is what I was expecting. After they showed us the Mothman, they showed us an equipment card, the spiked collar. And I'm definitely curious if certain cards are going to go with certain cryptids or whatever they're calling it now. It's going to be hella interesting for the gameplay. I like the art style that they used for this. For some reason, it's not really bothering me as much as the tarot card is. But overall, I think that this card is a W. And then they proceeded to show us the Agora. I don't think we've seen this cryptid before, but it looks pretty damn clean. I really cannot wait to see this card on some full arts, alt arts, textured, hollow. I think it's going to be pretty badass. A lot of potential with this cryptid. What did y'all think about this jackalope that they showed us? It's definitely a lot more updated, a lot more refined. Looks way different than the one that I'm used to seeing. But in my opinion, at the same time, they're setting themselves up in such a good position for like a TV show or a cartoon or a video game. On March 7th, they said they're going to be showing us a live action launch trailer. I have no idea what they mean by that, but I'm super excited to see what it is. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce this one because I know I'll chop it, but I really appreciate the artwork for this one. I mean, if you look really closely under the table, you could see some gold shining, and I didn't notice that until I was making this video, honestly. And if you look at the ceiling and the stove in the background and like the table and things, you could really get a feel for the setting of this card. This is definitely far from my favorite art style. I like the more dark stuff, but I really appreciate the attention to detail. And then they hit us with this Spring-Heeled Jack. And I'm guessing this is Jack the Ripper. I'm not entirely sure. And that's kind of one thing that I'd like to talk about. I miss the fact that these cryptids, they don't seem to have locations on them or like little descriptions. They have like, yeah, a little sentence. This one says, Jack jumped over the Candlestick Park. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe once we go to their website, they'll be able to tell us more about them or something. But I really miss the cryptozoology on the card. And now moving on to the man, the myth, the legend, Mothman. I think that this is going to be the card that most people are most excited to see. It's probably the one I was most excited to see with the red border. But I think that the artist, Razdra, forgive me if I mispronounced it, I think that they captured a really cool scene here. Mothman flying over a city, lasers coming out of his eyes, blasting shit to pieces. Did something piss him off, or is he just being a savage? I really like the sunset in the background. I think that the colors really contrast each other very well. And in my opinion, I think that this one looks pretty awesome with a red border. I know this art style is way different than we're used to seeing, but like I keep saying, I could really see this in a cartoon or an animated series or something. I really can't explain how excited I am to see this card with holo and or textures. And what did you guys think about the Phoenix? It looks pretty young in my opinion, like a little baby Phoenix. You know, MetaZoo's just starting out, little baby Phoenix. I wonder if we're going to be able to watch some of these creatures, cryptids, whatever, grow throughout time. Like the Phoenix grows up and then, you know, it does its thing. Ashes to ashes, and then it reincarnates. I got the idea of cryptids growing throughout the sets whenever I saw the Bigfoot and how clean he was, and it really made me wonder if we're going to watch him grow more wild and get more hairy over time. And now we've got Azaban. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably word chopping it. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this is the first time that we've had this as a cryptid in MetaZoo. Kelsey Kretcher is the artist, and I gotta say, I like the detail of the gold tooth, and this little guy is looking pretty mischievous. I'm wondering where he's headed. It's one of those arts that I'm not really crazy over, but I could live with it. And now we've got a throwback artwork of Cumberland Dragon. These were pretty controversial. Some people love them, some people hate them, but this is how I'm trying to look at it. I feel like this is not only paying a little respect to the old zoo, but at the same time, it's kind of like a mini set inside of our base set. Like we had Obnoxious 9, Unlucky 13, Wild 7, and so on and so forth. And maybe these throwback cards are going to be their own mini set in a way. And I was shocked yet utterly surprised to see Griddle Greaser make his return to the zoo. Griddle Greaser might look cute and cuddly, but he's a pig skating on bacon. That's some cannibal shit. Who who's he skating on? I wonder just how many of these throwback cards are going to be in the base set and if they're going to be holo or not. And the last card that I changed the color of the border of was Basilisk. This is our first view on Basilisk, and whenever I see it, I straight up think Orochimaru from Naruto. I don't know why, but it might just be me. I really appreciate the background of this card, the different shades of gray and the stone and the moss growing and then the glow coming off the torch. It looks really nice in my opinion. But I really think this card is going to look badass once we see it holo. On the red version, I had to freehand the bottom. That's kind of why it looks jank. Whenever I tried dumping the paint bucket, it just kept making the white clouds red. So I did the best I could. All right, so now we've seen the new cards with both the black border and the original MetaZoo red border. What do you guys think? Do you like it with a red border? Do you like it with the black border? Think it looks better or worse? Personally, I gotta say with the red border, it definitely made the cards feel a lot more like MetaZoo. That might just be me, but that's just my take on it. Some cards I think look better black border. Some cards I think look better red border. I think that's kind of just how anything goes. Let me know what you guys think down below. This video really took a lot of work get going in and photoshopping the pictures and then snipping it all together and all that stuff. You guys know how it is. Yeah, I thought the community might like to see this though. Maybe you leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'd very much appreciate that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.